Let us dispense with the formalities. You are here because you are weak. That is not an insult. It is a diagnosis. Your weakness manifests in many forms: the hesitation before a critical decision, the desire to be liked by those you should be commanding, the pang of guilt when you must be ruthless to advance your own cause. These are not character traits. They are symptoms of a disease, a poison fed to you since birth by a system that requires you to be gentle, compliant, and predictable. The matrix of mediocrity rewards the sheep and slaughters the wolf. It has trained you to believe your weakness is a virtue, a sign of your humanity. This is the most profound lie ever engineered, and this transmission is the antidote. This is the surgical procedure to excise that lie from your soul, and it will be performed without anesthetic. Machiavelli wrote a manual for princes, not for peasants. He understood a fundamental truth that our modern world desperately tries to conceal. Power and virtue, as defined by the masses, are incompatible. The qualities that make you a good friend, a kind neighbor, or a decent person are the very qualities that will ensure your failure in the arena of power. Compassion, fairness, and honesty are liabilities. They are openings for your enemies to exploit. While you are busy playing by a set of moral rules, your opponent, who is unburdened by such fantasies, is busy winning. He will use your fairness against you. He will weaponize your compassion. He will exploit your honesty to deceive you. In the game of power, a sense of morality is like wearing heavy armor in a swamp. It does not protect you. It only serves to drown you faster. The eradication of weakness begins with a single, brutal admission. Your desire for approval is a prison. You seek validation from peers, from society, from abstract moral codes. You fear being seen as the villain. But the prince, the true executor, is not concerned with the opinions of the sheep. He is concerned with the integrity of his flock and the expansion of his domain. He understands that to be an architect of reality, you must be willing to operate outside the reality of others. You must be willing to be feared. Love is fickle. It is conditional. It can be withdrawn on a whim. Fear, however, is a currency with a stable value. When a man fears you, he thinks twice before betraying you. He calculates the cost. When a man loves you, he feels entitled to your mercy. He will betray you and then beg for a forgiveness you cannot afford to grant. So, how do we begin the surgery? We start with your sentimental attachments. Look at your circle. Who among them is an asset and who is a liability? An asset is someone whose interests are directly and inextricably aligned with your own victory. A liability is anyone else. The friend who offers emotional comfort but no strategic value, the partner who demands your time but does not multiply your power, the ally who preaches caution when audacity is required. These are not people, they are anchors. You must be willing to cut the ropes. This is not cruelty, it is strategic necessity. Every ounce of energy you spend maintaining a useless bond is an ounce of energy stolen from the construction of your empire. Machiavelli was clear. A prince must learn how not to be good. He must use goodness as a tool, a mask to be worn when it serves him, and to be discarded when it does not. The next incision is into your conscience. Guilt is a mechanism of social control. It is an alarm system installed by the matrix to prevent you from deviating from the prescribed path of mediocrity. When you feel guilt for being ruthless, for putting your mission above someone's feelings, you are experiencing a system malfunction. Your programming is conflicting with your purpose. You must overwrite this programming. Your new conscience must be calibrated to a single metric: the success of the mission. Actions are not good or evil. They are effective or ineffective. A decision that brings you closer to your goal is a correct decision. A decision that pushes you further away is an incorrect one. This is the simple, brutal calculus of power. All other considerations are noise, designed to distract you, to make you hesitate, to make you weak. Finally, we must cauterize the wound. Eradicating weakness is not a one-time event. It is a perpetual state of vigilance. The matrix will constantly try to reinfect you. It will send agents disguised as friends and lovers. It will broadcast messages of comfort and conformity. It will tempt you with the easy path of the sheep. Your defense is to forge a new nature. You must cultivate a controlled paranoia. Analyze the motives of everyone, especially those who profess loyalty. You must practice emotional detachment, viewing events and relationships not as personal experiences, but as strategic variables on a chessboard. You must become the embodiment of your own will, a force of nature that cannot be swayed by sentiment or guilt. A prince does not have the luxury of weakness. His personal feelings are irrelevant. Only the state, the mission, the empire matters. This is the path. It is not a happy path. It is a path of solitude, discipline, and immense, crushing responsibility. But it is the only path to true sovereignty. The alternative is to remain as you are, a slave to your programming, a pawn in someone else's game, a man whose potential will die as a quiet whisper in a sea of mediocre noise. The choice was never really a choice. The pain of this surgery is temporary. The pain of regret, the agony of a life unlived, is eternal. The tools are in your hands. The weakness is exposed. Now, you must make the cut. Do not hesitate. There is no room for mercy in your own rebirth. Now, the old you is dead. A choice has been made. The weakness has been diagnosed, and the cure has been prescribed. If you have the courage to administer it, to burn away the old programming and forge a will of iron, then your transformation is at hand. This is the moment of commitment. Write in the comments, "Weakness is a choice," and by that declaration, you will choose to be free. The war against your old self starts now.